Hello, students. Good morning. So, this class is very interesting and very useful for the subject pharmacognosy. So, we will discuss the about of in the class different type of chemicals are studied in the pharmacognosy subject. Okay. If you are any doubts, then you complete after this lecture. You are concerned me and comment me. Clear? So let's start. So this class is based on alkaloids. In this class, uh, we we are study the different nature of alkaloids, source of alkaloids, isolation of alkaloids, use of alkaloids, and found of alkaloid with the products. Okay, so let's start. First of all, these are start of introduction of alkaloids. Introduction of alkaloids. So, alkaloid was introduced by W. Misner in 1819. Alkali like base nitrogen containing compound isolated from plant. So these compound are having a alkyl nature and it's also contain a nitrogen compounds, and these are isolate or separate from the plants, from the different plants. Second then is alkaloid are defined as natural plant compound with a basic characters containing one nitrogen atom in a heterocyclic ring structures. Okay, and next is modern definition. According to modern definition states the basic nitrogen plant products mostly optically active and possessing nitrogen heterocyclic as their structure units with a pronounced physiological action. So these chemicals are having nitrogen's acidic nature and heterocyclic ring is called a alkaloids. Clear? So next is it's having different nature and it found in different fields. So heterogeneous containing nitrogens containing substance in plant families distributed widely in higher plants. These chemicals are widely distributed in higher plants. So these are also understanding the alkaloid are found in higher plants. Next one is dicotyledons, apocynaceae. Mostly these chemicals are found in apocynaceae families, Fabulosaceae, Rubiaceae, Solanaceae in basic plant. Clear? Basic in nature, they occur as salt or of organic acids. Clear? Okay. So next is These are some: acetic, oxalic, citric, malic, lactics, glycosides of sugar, glucose, ramenose, galactose, ester, example atropine. So these are some kind of example of alkaloids are found in the different plants. Clear? And the next one is nomenclature of alkaloids. So what is nomenclature? A nomenclature word are related to the any new drug, any new drug are search, and these are name called their according to their found and their parts. So is it this is called a nomenclature. First one is according to the plants isolated, according to the plant isolated. When any type of alkaloids are found in some kind of plants, and plant's name is also like a aloe, like a cascara, and others. So these are chemical are extracted with their plants, and so these are also namely called a according to the plant, like papaverine, papaverine. So these are showing a plant's name, papaver somniferum. Clear? Any doubts? Okay. And next one is barberine, Baveris vulgaris lin. ठीक है? Okay. Next is according to the physiological action, and these nomenclature are derived by the biological or physiological action, like morphine. Morphine is a J. morphine, god of dreams, narcotins, Greek narcot, to venom. Clear? And emetine and emetine, Greek emetico, to vomit. Next is named after the discoverer. Name after the discoverer. So any chemicals are discovered by a scientist. So these are match a her or his name with the newer drug. So these are called a named after the discoverer. Like a Palindrine, PJ Palindrine scientist. Clear? And next one is these are classification of alkaloids. Classification of alkaloids. So first one is taxonomic. Taxonomic according to the family. Taxonomic according to the family. Like a Solanaceae or Papilionaceae family. It is octintropine, pyridine, steroidal or parazolidine. Clear? Next is pharmacological, like a analgesics, analgesic alkaloids, cardioactive alkaloids, biosynthetic alkaloids, uh, tryptophan and malonic acids, morphine, papaverine, phenylalanine, tyrosine. Clear? Okay. And next classification is based on according to the chemical structure. If the different some kinds of alkaloid having a same structure, same atom. So these are classify as same categories. Clear? Phenyl, phenylthylamine alkaloid ephedrine, pyrrolidine alkaloids, pyridines, pyridine alkaloid. If mean any type of alkaloid having a pyridine ring is called a pyridine alkaloids, like a thyroxine, conine, papaverine, palatrine, clear opridine, pyrrolidine alkaloids, nicotine. Clear? And tropine alkaloids, atropine and cocaine. Atropine and cocaine. Quinolines and isoquinoline alkaloids like a quinine, phenanthrene alkaloids, razorpine. Clear? Okay. Next is physical properties. So the alkaloids and chemicals having a different type of physical properties. First one is it is colorless, crystalline, solid, insoluble in water, soluble in organic solvents like CHCl3 alcohol, either it is. Clear? Okay. Next is it is bitter in taste, optically active, and levorotatory. So, what is a levorotatory? So, there are some kind of two type of levorotatory chemical like a clockwise, and second is anti-clockwise. So, levo means is cyclic and dextrorotary is negative, opposite in side is called a dextro levorotary. And basic in characters insoluble precipitate with phosphotogenic acid, picric acid contain oxygen and nitrogen atom in their structures, nitrogen being in their tertiary or secondary states. Clear? And last is tropane alkaloid astropine. So these are one example according to the syllabus. Tropane alkaloids, this is occurrence root of deadly night seeds, thorin, apple, and with L-hasmin, which is optically active. Atropine is the racemic form of L-hasmin. It racemizes to atropine when warmed with an ethanolic solution. Clear? Okay. And second, then isolation, it is isolate from the roots of belladonna plants. The juice contain hyoscine heated with K2CO3. It is racemized to atropine. The atropine is extracted with CHCl3 on evaporation. The residue is treated with the sulfuric acid and purified by converting it into the oxalate or a sulfate. Clear? So these are some kind of isolation process of alkaloids. And next one is properties of alkaloids powders or alkaloids chemicals. So first of all is crystalline compounds having a melting point of uh, 180 degree centigrade. Bitter taste, it is the tertiary basic with the pK of 10, dilates pupils, and it is used to relieve the night sweats and distressing feature of tuberculosis, which diminishes the activity of salivary and gastric gland. Clear? And next is terpenoids and carotenoids. So these are next type of chemicals are in the lecture. So these are introduction of terpenoids. So who is terpenoid? What is terpenoids? What is the use of terpenoids? Where is found? Clear? So these are introduction like include hydrocarbon of plant origin with the generated formula C5H8 and as well as their oxygenated, hydrogenated and dihydrogenated derivatives. Clear? Okay. As terpenoids contain isoprene units, it having a isoprene unit, isoprenoids, the carbon skeletons of the tropenoids are derived into isoprene units. Terpenes hydrocarbon are exact multiple of C5H8 in sexual. Terpenes and diterpenes are used as antibiotics. Clear? Okay. Next one is some are used as a antiseptic or antiseptic. Clear? Insecticides. Clear? Okay. Next is a study of physical property of terpenes. So some these terpene having a colorless liquid lighter than water boils between 150 to 18 1800 degrees centigrade, highly reflective, insoluble in water, soluble in organic solvent, optically active. Clear? Okay. So these are some of physical property and which type chemicals are found. So these are chemical property, unsaturated compounds. These compound is a unsaturated with one or more double bond. So this type of chemicals are unsaturated and one or more it's having one or more double bond. Clear? And next, and terpenoids undergo addition reactions with hydrogen, halogen acid. Clear? Okay. So next activities of chemical properties of undergo polymerization, dihydrogenation in their rings. They are easily oxidized by oxidizing agents. These are oxidizing agents labile and are stable on isomerization with acids. On thermal decomposition, it yields isoprene as one of the product. Clear? And next step is isolation of terpenoids. So in this step, we are understanding about the how to isolate of terpenoids with the different plant. It carried out in two steps for the isolation. Isolation of essential oil. First of all, the essential oil are isolated by the plants. Second step is separation of terpenoid from the essential oils. So these are major two steps are in the process of isolation. So first of all is isolation of essential oil. So the in this process essential how to find the essential oil. So first of all steam distillation process. First of all is steam distillation process. Plant material is macerated and then steam distilled to get essential oil into the distillate. The distillate is extracted with solvent and the solvent is removed under pressure. Clear? Okay. So these are process of isolation. If you having, and next one is extracted by the volatile solvent. Next process extracted by the volatile oil. Plant material is that treated directly with light petrol at 50 degrees centigrade. The oil is taken up by the solvent along with soluble coloring materials. Estimation oils are separated by removing the solvent by distillation process. Clear? I hope you are also understand about the alkaloids, terpenoids, their physical property, their chemical property, their use and their different chemicals. Clear? Okay. If any doubts, then further call me, contact me. Today, this is the last. So thank you.